right, hey everybody, and welcome to Zenfolio Live. I'm Robert with Zenfolio Customer Success. I want to say thanks for jumping on today and hanging out with us during the live stream. Today we're going to be talking about best practices for uploading archive galleries and how to market them to your clients. So I'm going to be going through and showing you how to organize and upload folders here on Zenfolio, how to make sure that you have the correct price list assigned, as well as having the gallery access control settings set up. We're going to go and look at the gallery from a client's perspective because it's really important for you to understand how to do that. And for older galleries or newly uploaded galleries, I'm going to show you how to use a slideshow to kind of encourage your preview images to generate a little quicker. And then I'm going to show you how to do a limited time discount or run a limited time sale and promote that out to your clients after you have the galleries up there. So if this is your first time hanging out with us, make sure you say hi and let us know where you're from in the chat. So far, we've got Home Phone hanging out with us. Amy, Leslie Mitchell, and JD Engel said good morning, and Nick from Nashville. Hey Nick, thanks for jumping on here. Leslie said, is this going to cover setting up and selling stock photos? We actually covered that last week, but some of the things I'm going to be going through today will help you with that. And if you want to check out last week's Zenfolio Live, there's a link in the description below this video that says live stream archive, and you can go back and watch all of the old Zenfolio Lives. I think and back all the way back to the very first one where I was really nervous. So skip that one, but the other ones are worth a watch. Like I said, today we're going to be talking about uploading those archive galleries. I've got Richard hanging out with me in chat. So make sure you guys say hi to Richard in chat. Show him some love there in chat. I know there's a lot of you guys hanging out with us. Let's see. Stephen Matthews from Snow Hill. Irene from Seattle. Dee Dee Barber's back hanging out with us. She says, howdy. Andrew from London. Lots of you guys in there. Thank you guys so much for jumping on here and hanging out. Definitely. Now, as I go through the training, make sure that you guys are throwing your questions in the chat. Richard's going to be taking those questions and passing them over to me. We're going to get to as many of those questions as we possibly can. So throw your questions in the chat. You can go ahead and start doing it now. You don't have to wait. It doesn't have to be on topic. Get them in the chat, so I'm going to get those answered for you. Just some quick announcements before we get started. So first of all, there is 2 links in the description below this video for the COVID-19 vendor updates. One of the links is for your clients. You can share it with your clients. It's going to give them updates on the productions of the lab. You probably want to check that link out first, just so that when you send it, you know what the clients are seeing. The other link is for you, so you can take a look at that, and it lists our vendors by name, and it gives you the current status of their operation as it relates to the COVID-19 thing that's going on. Today also, Richard is also going to be showing you guys how to set up a Photobooker profile. That was a tongue twister. How to set up a Photobooker profile. The link to that information is in the description below this as well. I've been talking about Photobooker the past couple of weeks. You guys, right now really is the best time to go set that profile up. Make sure that it's ready to go so that when all of this stuff passes over us and everybody's back to booking weddings and all of that, you have that Photobooker profile set up. It's completely free to set up. No better time to do it now, and Richard's going to be showing how to do it a little bit later. We're continuing our challenge. So I'm challenging all of us as photographers. I feel like as photographers, we have a responsibility to surface the side of humanity that we want to see. And especially in times like we're going through now, let's make sure that we're posting positive content. You guys have beautiful images. Let's share our images on social media. Let's bring a little bit of light and happiness to the world and all of this craziness that we're going through. Let's see a couple more, you guys. Jeanette Stewart from Texas, Roger Frame from Denver, Brenda from Texas, a lot of you guys from Texas, Linda from Oklahoma. Hey, I'm actually an Oklahoma native, Linda, so thanks for jumping on here. Roxanne Bay, Joseph Stein, you guys keep jumping on and saying hi. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. Like I said, if you have questions, make sure to throw those in the chat. Richard's going to be grabbing those and feeding them over to me so I can make sure to get those answered. But right now, we're going to talk about the best practices for uploading your archive galleries. All right, so first of all, what you want to do is you want to have those galleries uploaded into Zenfolio. Now, some of these you might already have uploaded in Zenfolio. Some of these galleries might be galleries that you have had sitting around on your hard drive for a while, collecting dust, not doing anything with it. And right now is no better time than to get those galleries uploaded into Zenfolio. So while we kind of all have this weird downtime going on, we can take those galleries, maybe reach back out to our past clients and just let them know like, hey, your galleries are still here online. They're available. If you haven't got a chance to purchase your photos yet, this would be a great time to go in there and purchase your photos. So you want to make sure that you get those galleries uploaded if you haven't already. And the easiest way to do that is if you already have some kind of organization built on your computer, is to do a folder upload here in Zenfolio. So in order to do a folder upload, you're going to want to use the Google Chrome browser. So that's the browser that I'm using right now, Google Chrome. Download it. It's probably my favorite browser for several reasons. It's free to download. Go download Google Chrome, and then that will give you the folder upload option. Now, I'm on a Mac, but this functionality works exactly the same if you're on a PC. Just get your content organized in a folder, and you can have subfolders. So you can see I have this folder that says Archived Clients, and then down inside of this, there are subfolders of past clients. And these folders can even have subfolders as well. So you can actually go 3 folders deep. You don't want to go any more than that, but you can go 3 folders deep if you need to. But once you kind of have this content organized on your computer, and the reason I say do it on your computer, it's going to be faster. It's going to be easier for you to organize it on your computer. Then you can actually drag this main folder into our upload and upload this main folder, and Zenfolio will actually recreate the organization that you have inside. Now, if you have a lot of photos in here, you might want to do this at night. Set your computer to not go to sleep and let it upload at night while you're sleeping so that the images will get uploaded and it's not going to tie up your computer for the day. If there's a lot of images in here, that's what I would recommend doing that upload at night so that your computer is not tied up. So what you're going to do is wherever you want to upload this, maybe you want to create an archive folder in here, maybe you just want to upload it into all photographs, you'll need to go to a group to do this. You're going to click on that group, hit upload right here, and then the little upload window is going to pop up. And once you're here, you can actually just grab your folder, drop it in, and then we will recreate that organizational structure for you. All right, so you can see here, all of those subfolders are turning into separate galleries within this archive right here. And then we'll hit start upload. It's going to start the upload process. And again, if you have a lot of folders, I would definitely recommend doing this at night. That way you can let that upload process go while you're sleeping and you don't have to have your computer tied up during the day. Now, I'm not going to upload these. These are actually already uploaded into my account. I just want to show you that folder upload because it's really, really helpful. If you're just getting started in Zenfolio, this is hands down the best way to get your content uploaded and in Zenfolio organized in a way that you're used to doing. So if you're just starting out, organize your content in folders and then do that folder upload, and it's going to save you a lot of time and it's just going to be much easier for you to do it that way. All right, so we're going to go back and not actually upload this. So let's go back. And then what we're going to do is once you get it uploaded, you're going to want to make sure that you have a price list assigned to this, because the idea is once you get it uploaded, we're going to be emailing our clients and letting them know like, hey, I've got your old gallery from a couple of years ago uploaded. You can actually go in there and purchase prints or downloads. And so you want to make sure that you have that set up. Now, I'm not going to go really in detail on setting up selling. If you're interested in that, if you've never set up selling on Zenfolio before, there is a really, really great video tutorial. It's actually a complete step-by-step walkthrough. It has timestamps in the video description so you can jump forward and backwards. That link or that video is going to be on our YouTube channel. And if I can get Richard to throw that link out in the chat for you guys, it's a really great video to watch if you've never sold anything on Zenfolio before, or you're just now figuring out and playing with the selling tools. But what we're going to do is we're going to say that we uploaded those client galleries to this archived folder. And so the first thing I want to do is I want to make sure that all of those archived client galleries aren't going out and getting indexed by search engines and things like that. So what you want to do is make sure that that folder has at least the search option turned off so that it does not allow Google search to search it and index it, and those images are not going to show up on Google search. And then if you want to give your clients individual passwords, you would need to go to each client gallery and give them passwords. Now, when it comes to the price list, you can assign a price list to this folder after you upload the images, before you upload the images, and it will pass that price list down to the contents of it. So if I click on this folder and we go over here to price list, we say allow ordering from a price list, and then we select whichever price list we want to use. That's going to apply that price list to that folder and the contents of the folder. Now, right now, I would suggest building a price list that contains digital downloads. You can definitely add print options, but you want to make sure that you go look at those links about the lab's operational status right now for COVID-19. So if you still want to offer your clients prints, you can set up a price list to do that. You might just want to let your clients know that prints, the shipping and production of prints will be a little bit delayed depending on what lab it's coming from. So personally right now, if this is something that you're looking at doing, if you're looking at uploading archive galleries, emailing out to your clients, I would focus on digital downloads. So that is what I would do. So really quick, I'm just going to throw together a price list that only has digital products on it. Again, I'm going to go through this pretty quickly. If you're not familiar with the process, make sure that you check out our tutorials. That I see that Richard just threw that video in the chat for you guys. So make sure that you click on that video link and you bookmark it, because it will get you through the whole process. But what we're going to do is just go up here to selling and go to price list. And I'm going to add a blank price list, and I'm just going to call this one downloads really quick. And then I'm going to add my digital products in here. So I'm going to go up here, click on my name, and go to my downloads, and we can do a single image download and a full gallery download. Now these are products that if you've never created them before, you will have to create them beforehand. So I've got those created. We're going to add them in here. I'm going to set up my price. Let's say $400 for the full gallery, and let's say $30 for the single image. And then we're just going to make sure that those are in our quick shop down here. I know I'm going a little fast through the pricing. Again, guys, I'm not really trying to deep dive in this. Make sure you check out those videos. But we're going to go back to that folder now, and we'll just assign that download only pricing on here. So we're going to go archive, go to price list, and we'll say downloads. So that way when clients go in there, they're only able to purchase the downloads, and we don't have to worry about them getting frustrated right now with the things that are going on with the lab. So definitely make sure that you check that stuff out. Okay, so the next thing that it's really important for you guys to know how to do is how to look at your galleries from a client's perspective. If you've never done this before, it's really important that you know what the galleries look like to your clients when they're coming in there. And it's also important that, especially for galleries that you just uploaded or galleries that have been in your account for a while, it's really important that you go back and look at those and make sure that the display images have been rendered correctly, so that when your clients go in there, they're not seeing a bunch of spinny wheels and they're seeing their images. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go down into clients, and we'll go grab a gallery really quick. Let me get myself kind of out of the way so I can see. We'll go down to the seniors folder, and I'm just going to click on this gallery. And then what you want to do is not hit the preview button. The preview button is not going to let you view this actually like a client. That's going to open this up still logged into your Zenfolio account. And to actually see the gallery like a client would see it, you need to view the gallery logged out. Now, I hate logging out of my account. Usually I forget the password anyway. So in order to do this, all you have to do is click on Access, go to Sharing. This is where you can get the direct link to that gallery right here. I'm going to click on that and save it. And then what we're going to do in Google Chrome is I'm just going to go to File, New Incognito Window. If you're in Safari, this would be a private window. Firefox is a private window, and I think Internet Explorer is a private window. Somebody who's a PC user, let me know. Is Internet Explorer a private window? I want to make sure I'm saying it right. But we're going to do this, and then we're just going to paste in that gallery link. And now we're actually viewing this like a client would see it, which is why I'm having to do the visitor sign in, because that gallery has visitor sign in. So I'm going to put my name. I'm going to do an email really quick. and then we'll go here, and we're actually seeing this gallery just like a client would see it. So I'm clicking on the photos, making sure that the buying experience is what I want, which right now it looks like this gallery has been individually customized. So again, this is a good reason to check these galleries out. Sometimes we individually customize galleries and they might have different settings, and we need to make sure that it has the setting that we want the client to see. So I'm just going to drag this window out of the way really quick. We'll come back in here. I'll go to that gallery, go to price list, make sure that it has the price list applied to it right here. And then we'll jump back over here and refresh this just to make sure it's working. And this is my demo account, you guys, so I play around in this a lot. I try to make things break. I try to set up things weird, so sometimes weird things happen. Okay, here we go. So now we're clicking on the image and we're seeing only the downloads are available, so that's what I want. Now, when you're in here, the other thing that you're going to want to do is, in order to help those preview images render faster, if you see spinny wheels, if this is an old gallery or a new gallery that you just uploaded, click this slideshow button, and it's going to load this slideshow, and then just kind of move this window behind something and let that slideshow run. And what that slideshow is going to do is it's going to force those preview images to render. Now, it can take some time sometimes, depending on how many new galleries you've uploaded or how many old galleries you're trying to access. So just be patient. This is why it's really good to do this stuff at night and make sure that you're checking this stuff out before you actually send an email out to the clients. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to talk about running a limited time promotion on these galleries. So let's say we have all of the client galleries uploaded, and what we're going to do is set up and run a limited time promotion. So maybe when I'm emailing these galleries out to my clients, I want to say, hey, here's your old galleries. I didn't know if you knew that these were still online, but they're still available. And by the way, if you buy some digital downloads within the next 3 days, I'm going to give you a 20% discount. So you can do that using our really powerful coupon feature. So I'm going to show you the workflow that I would use to set that up. It's really easy to do, and it's really, really powerful. So what we're going to do is go up here to selling. We'll click on coupons and campaigns. And then what we're going to do is just click add a new coupon really quick. Now I'm going to make this a coupon that people can use over and over again, but only for a limited time, because I don't want to have to make an individual coupon for every single client. I want to create one coupon that I can send out to all of my clients with all of their gallery links. It's going to work for everybody. So I'm just going to say this is an individual coupon. I'm going to call this download discount. Now the name of the coupon is not what you're sending to your clients. This is going to be the name of it. So when you're looking at your order reports, maybe you'll remember what that coupon was used for. The coupon code is what you will actually send to your clients. And so for this one, I'm just going to say digitals 20. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and copy that coupon code because that is what I'm sending to my clients. We'll come down here. Make sure that you have the correct currency selected. Then we're going to say discount products. We're going to do a percentage-based discount right here. And then I'm going to say, let's do a 20% discount. And then we'll scroll down here. And that price list only has digital downloads in it. And I really only want this coupon to work for digital downloads anyway. So just as the safeguard, what I might do is go ahead and turn these other options off just to make sure that this coupon is only going to be applied for digital downloads. That way, in case I missed a gallery that has print options, this coupon can't be used for print options. Or maybe that client has new galleries with me that have a price list with prints on them. They can't try to sneak into that gallery and use this on their print products. So I only want this coupon to be valid for digital downloads. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is set a expiration date. So I'm going to leave the number of use to no limit. That way people can go in there and buy as many downloads. If they have multiple galleries, they can go in and use this coupon in all of their galleries. But we are going to set an expiration date because we want people to hurry up and go in there and place these orders. So what we're going to say is you have until Sunday to go in there and place that order. On Sunday, that coupon will expire. So I'm going to click save right here. I copied that coupon code already. And so then there's a couple of different ways you could do this. If you don't have a lot of client galleries and you want to email them direct links to their gallery, you can go to the gallery right here, go up here, say email gallery. And if you want to schedule this out, you could say, okay, let's start it tomorrow. Put their email in right here. And then just come down here. It already has a link to the gallery. And you can write a quick note. Here is the coupon. Obviously, you would probably want to write something a little bit more in depth than what I'm saying, but basically just explaining, hey, here's a coupon. You can use this at checkout to get 20% off of any digital product that you order. Continue to preview. It's going to send them a visual email like this with the link to their gallery. And then you can just schedule or send that email. So you can do it that way, or if you want to just do a mass email to all of your clients without including their individual gallery links, you can go to communications right here, and you can go to your contact list, select everybody you have in here, hit send email, and then type up that email and let them know about the promotion. So that's it, guys. That's how you can upload those old galleries, making sure that you're checking those settings, making sure that everything is displaying good, that you have a price list assigned to them, and then running that limited time promotion. I'm going to take a quick break. Richard is going to talk to you guys about Photobooker. He's going to show you how to get a Photobooker profile set up. Again, it's free. Right now is the best time to do this. And then keep asking your questions in chat, because I'm going to come back and start answering your guys' questions right after this break.
Hey guys, my name is Richard with Zenfolio Customer Success. Happy Thursday once again. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. And I do apologize for the blinding light back here. I am fortunate for it. It's been kind of dreary around the Raleigh-Durham area recently. But yeah, I just figured I'd pop in to show you how easy it is to set up a Photobooker profile. So I have it open right here. Let's kind of go through the steps, and I can show you just how easy it is to get to the point of booking and shooting. So great, we are on the Photobooker homepage right now. And as a photographer, we can hop up to For Photographers right here. And I have that open in a separate tab for us to kind of go through this process a little quicker. But once we click on this here, we're prompted to enter some information. Once we choose to sign up for Photobooker. And it's just asking for your name, email address, phone number, and then the password for the account itself. So once you go through this process here, and then we go down to sign up, from that point, it will bring us to this page right here. And this is where we can start setting up our profile itself. And as you can see, there are just a couple of steps that we need to do to get to the point of that. So first being our travel distance. So how far are we willing to travel for a shoot based on our address? And as you can see, that's not something that's going to be shared. Funny enough, I have the address to the DMV in Raleigh here. So I've set my travel distance to 25 miles. You have the ability, of course, to pick and choose how far you would like to travel, from 5 miles to 100 miles, and this radius will change so you can get a nice visual of that. But great, so once we've set our traveling distance, we can move right on to the next step, being our introduction. So this is where we're really going to fill out the body of our Photobooker profile, which we'll see here in a quick sec once we get this all together. So we can upload a nice cover photo. We can also go down with the process describing ourselves, as well as, a couple of awards if we have any. You can kind of come down here and list your strong suits, and we do have a couple for you. So you can really kind of pick out the ones that we provide. And then a nice short summary about yourself, what drives you, what you're motivated to shoot photography, just like a little bio here. And then, of course, the year we started and our languages as well. And we have some for you to choose from. Awesome. My fun fact is I've worked with many exotic animals and used to run a darkroom. This is just anything that you can put in here for credibility, as well as awards. I have this super awesome award for being your favorite photographer. It's a pretty prestigious award, by the way. But so moving on here, kind of finishing up building the body of the profile itself, we can define what kind of equipment we're using, so that can be displayed to any clients who have landed on our profile by searching for us in their area. Right. So from here, we can kind of link our online presence. So this can definitely give you some more transparency. I have my site in here just as an example. I do recommend to put in any of these other fields, provided you have that account. Awesome. So we are moving right through. I mean, we are already halfway done at this point. Our hours are available. You are completely in control of when you would like to work. And we can even edit time slots within a certain day. So of course we can pick to work from, I have an example here being 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's a pretty long day of shooting, especially if we need to kind of, drop those photos off for our next shoot. So you even have the ability to edit your time slots. So maybe for every Monday, maybe I need a little lunch break, and honestly maybe a nap because it is Monday. But we can choose to work from, let's say, 8 a.m. to maybe 11. And then we can add another time slot, kind of give ourselves a break, and maybe start back up a little afternoon. Awesome. And you can apply this to all the days to kind of quickly set this up. You also have the ability to do it on a day-to-day basis. Awesome. And it's letting you know as well, if you're unavailable on a certain day, you can just leave that time slot empty to make sure that no one has the ability to book you on a day that you didn't intend on shooting. You can also sync your calendar as well. This is an awesome way to stay informed and just to kind of have everything work together. You can easily connect your Google Calendar right here. And then the last couple things we need to do before we can move on, we do need to set our minimum and maximum hours per shoot, and also our maximum photo shoots we're willing to do per day. It is good to have a lot of business, but we need to make sure that we are practicing self-care here and kind of making sure that we give ourselves enough time as well. So here I've set my minimum hours to 1 and my max to 3. You of course have complete control of the minimum and maximum hours per shoot, as well as the maximum numbers of shoot you would like to do a day, and how much time you need between the photo shoots. Give yourself a breather, have time to drop those images off, get a snack. That's what I like to do, at least. But great, so we can go ahead and agree, and we can keep on moving with the process. So here are our rates. This is very important. With Photobooker, we give you a couple of things to keep in mind when we're talking about what your hourly rate needs to be. So definitely keep these things in mind, what they are receiving, also the delivery, which is kind of why we have these listed up here. So with these all taken into account, we can kind of figure out our price per hour in that regard. Your clients will have the ability, of course, to choose how many hours they would like to work with you, depending on what you have set back within your availability. Awesome. So let's keep on trucking here. So what kind of photo shoots do you want to offer? You can have as many genres checked off here and as many portfolios uploaded underneath those genres as you would like. I, for one, just have one knocked off, being the senior gallery, just to show you an example of kind of what this looks like put together. But you can see that I have some photographs underneath seniors. We do recommend that you have at least 10 images. That's, of course, a good number to kind of give any clients an idea of, how well you are at shooting your different genres. And that's actually a requirement. Is a minimum of 10 images, just so your clients can make some educated choices when it comes to booking their specific photographer. Awesome. And you can check off as many as these like. Like I said, I just have the senior one as many as you'd like, as many portfolios as you have. You can easily just check it here. And it's letting us know right here that there is a minimum of 10 photos required. We can add those photographs here. You have the ability to drag and drop, or you can, of course, browse your local computer. Awesome. Great. So let's just go ahead and agree to those terms and conditions so we can move on to finishing this up here. So great. At this point, we can submit and continue. So from this point, it will let us know that our profile has been sent over to our Photobooker support team, and that they will reach out to you in a timely manner in regards to approving that profile itself. And then, of course, once we have that all set up, we have the ability to link a Stripe account to our profile, which is how we are going to get paid. That is how the clients are going to go through the purchasing process. But it's really that easy, guys. It's definitely something that I recommend just because of how easy it is, and it's free to start. So you can definitely give your business, whether you have been in business for a while or you're just starting it up as a freelancer or a new studio, or someone who just wants to practice this, to kind of fill in the time slots between work. It's a great tool to kind of give your business and your photography some transparency to anyone who wants to book you in your area. So yeah, from this point, once you set up your Stripe account, you are ready to go, ready to book, and more importantly, ready to start shooting. So yeah, it's just as easy as that. I will give it right back to Robert so he can answer some of your questions you have for us today.
All right. Thank you, Richard. Yes. So yes, you guys, right now is the best time to go set up that Photobooker profile, because somebody might be booking you in the next couple of weeks live on a live stream. So if you don't have a Photobooker profile set up, that's not going to be you getting booked. Just throwing a little hint out there, you definitely want to go get your Photobooker profile set up. But thanks, Richard, for showing that. Super, super cool. Really excited about it. All right, I'm going to be answering your guys' questions as best I can for the next 28 minutes. So make sure you get those questions in there today. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Shout out to a couple of you guys who just jumped on. Let's see, Jeanette Stewart, Roxanne's been hanging out with us since we started here. Forte is jumping on with us. A big shout out to Forte. Haven't seen her in a while. Let's see, Tanya jumping on here. And let's see, who else do we have? Just trying to say hi to some of you guys. Anybody that I missed? Robin, Randolph, Herb, Wenzel, Michael. Okay, I think I said most of you guys' name. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into the Q&A section. So the first question I have is from, and I'm going to try to say your name right, Mercia Rosca. Hopefully I got it right. Is there any way to find all the folders which contain RAW or other types of files in my Zenfolio account? So there's not a really simple way to like do a search for this, but you can locate the folders that contain RAW files in your account, and I'll show you how to do that. So what you want to do is, if you have, first of all, folders like this, you're going to want to expand them, and you're going to be looking for this thing right here. Okay, so any gallery that has a RAW file in it will have this little bar that comes down and it will say RAW file. Now, if you're trying to locate that RAW file to maybe link it to a JPEG for some reason, like maybe if you're selling it as a package download, you can just click on the RAW files right here, and you can click this little link button and you can link it to an image that's in that gallery. So just a quick example of that, you can sell digital downloads that let the client buy the image and a linked RAW file. So if you want to sell Photoshop templates, Lightroom actions, you could upload them in your gallery as a RAW file, link it to an image, and then you can sell a download and people can buy those Photoshop actions or Photoshop templates. Make sure that you pay attention. You do get 2 gigabytes of free storage for RAW files. After that, there is a fee, so make sure you pay attention to that. Now, if you're just looking to find these because maybe you uploaded them by accident and you want to delete them, again, you're just going to be looking for this little thing that says RAW file below your galleries right here. Click on that, and then you can come over here and delete it. Or if maybe you want to download it first and make sure that it's not something that you need, you can download it first and then delete it. But I'm just going to delete this one and say yes. Now, if you're uploading the uploader will tell you if you have raw files in there, and you can remove them and not upload the raw files if you accidentally are doing that. So just a thing to keep in mind. Great question though. Lots of people ask that question. It's a really cool option that's in there. Okay, let me grab my next question here. Let's see. Next question. Joseph Stein says, how about remote IPS view? How about that? Not exactly sure what you're looking for, Joseph. I'm not 100% sure what IPS view is. If you could clarify a little bit in the chat, I would be happy to try and answer that. But right now, I could make some guesses and they would probably not even be close. So more than happy to try to answer that question for you. I just need a little bit more information so I can make sure that I give you the right answer. So just clarify chat a little bit for me and I will try to come back to that question. All right, moving on to our next question. All right. Nick says, I have a question regarding photos. If I've used photos in my blog, do they have to stay in the blog folder? It's getting pretty large. Is that a problem? So if you've used photos in your blog, you've linked them from that blog. So if you go and you delete a photo from your blog folder or something like that, it is going to mess up that blog post and break the link to that image. So what you might think about doing, Nick, is making a blog folder instead of just having a single blog gallery. Maybe come in here and I always recommend having something called website assets anyway. So that's this little, if my mouse will quit being crazy, that's this little, let me get myself out of the way here. So this is how I would do it. Have a website assets folder. This is where you store stuff that you want to use on your site, but you don't really want people going through it and browsing it like a gallery. And then probably what I would do in here is, rather than having a single gallery for blog photos, I would come in here and I would go to new group and say blog photos, because I'm assuming it's just getting annoying having to go through the folder and find these images that you're trying to link to. So go to name it blog folder or photos, go ahead and you can just set that to public, make sure that it's not showing up in search results, and then you could just create a gallery in here for the month. So if you are a really intense blogger, first of all, kudos to you for that. Great being on top of your blog and being intense on that. But if you're just finding like it's getting annoying having to go through the blog photos when you're putting up new blogs, create a new gallery inside of that folder and name it for the month. And then every month, just create a new blog gallery, name it for the month. And then that way, when you're creating those blogs and you're going in and looking for the photos, you don't have to browse through as many photos to find what you're looking for. I'm assuming that's the reason why you're asking this, is due to it being kind of difficult to locate those photos. If it's a concern of storage, then your account does have unlimited. I'm assuming your account has unlimited storage as long as you have a starter plan, a pro plan, or a premium plan, or an advanced plan. Your account has unlimited storage of normal image files, and so you don't really have to worry about the storage concern. I'm assuming it's just from an organizational standpoint. So that is what I would suggest doing. Okay, it looks like Joseph clarified a little bit. In-person session. So I think what you're looking for is a way to do in-person sales. So we do have 2 client buying experiences that you can use. One of those buying experiences is called the Quick Shop. It's the one that I prefer because, quite frankly, I don't do in-person sales. It's basically a list on the right-hand side where your clients can see your products and really quickly buy it. But if you're doing in-person sales, you might think about using the shop pages. And so just to show you what that looks like really quick, I'm going to click on a gallery. And let's just go back to this senior gallery really quick. And before we look at this, I need to change the price list so that it actually has some products on here. So we're going to change this price list. And then what I'm going to do is just grab the link to this really quick, go to sharing, copy that link, and then we'll go to a new incognito window. And I'll kind of show you what I mean. Now, this doesn't do any kind of room views or anything like that, but the shop homepage is a much more visual buying experience. I think it would be great for in-person sales, and you could even do, right now, you could even use this to do virtual in-person sales. Right now, we can't really go and see our clients. A lot of us can't. So you could do a screen sharing session through maybe Skype or Zoom and do a virtual in-person sales, and you could use their gallery. And of course, I don't have it turned on. Let me fix this really quick. So I'm going to go into the gallery and turn on that other buying experience. Really quick here, let's just go in here and I'll go edit page. And I have the quick shop only turned on, so all you can see is this little list. I like it because it's really fast, but if you're doing in-person sales, you probably want something a little bit more visual. And so that's where you're going to want to go in and make sure that you have the shop pages turned on, which is this option up here. I'll apply that, publish it really quick, and then I'll show you what it looks like. And if you guys are interested in this, there is a video that talks about this on our YouTube channel. It's called Customizing Your Client's Buying Experience. I definitely recommend going and checking that video out. But let me bring this gallery back over. We'll refresh this really quick, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like now. So now there's this visit shop. And this experience is a lot more visual than that quick shop. So if you have packages, it'll show your packages in a lot more detail. It'll show the images. Then there's these categories down here. And the nice thing about these print categories is if you offer framing and mounting options, you can actually apply the frame and it'll show the frame. You can put a mat on it. It will show that image matted. Unfortunately, I don't have any on here, but they can go through and see this visual experience and get a much better visually idea of what their images would look like. So if you're doing in-person sales or virtual in-person sales, you might think about using this shop page other than the quick shop. So hopefully that is a little helpful and kind of gives you an answer to that question. This is what I would recommend for doing that. All right, let me go back. Let me get back to my dashboard really quick, and then let's grab another question. We've got 18 minutes left. I can answer a lot of questions at 18 minutes, so you guys can keep them coming. Linda says, can you offer coupons by sharing to Facebook? So I'm trying to understand exactly what you're looking for. So I think maybe you're saying, can I offer a coupon if I go here? I go to actions, share, and do the share to Facebook. I think that's what you're asking, Linda. And absolutely you can. So this is going to post this gallery to my logged in timeline, my Facebook account's logged in timeline, whatever I'm logged into. I can share it on a friend's timeline. So if you want to share it to that specific client's Facebook, you can do that. And then you would just need to create a coupon code and put that coupon code up here in the status. So if maybe you're just sharing a link to your archive and you're saying, hey, if we've done a shoot in the past couple of years, your gallery is probably in this archive. Here's a coupon code for the next 3 days. I'm doing a 20% discount. You could do that and then use that Facebook share. And as long as you paste that coupon code in here in the status, then you could do that. I think that's what you're looking for. Hopefully I got kind of close to that. If not, definitely let me know in the chat and I'll see if I can do a better job. But I think that's what you're looking for. I'm going to go ahead and leave this and just go back and we'll grab another question really quick. Let's see. Lynn says, what is the best way to capture visitor information? That's a great question, Lynn. There are lots of different ways that you can capture visitor information. The best one, I think, is visitor sign-in. So I'm going to show you how to turn that on and set that up. You can set visitor sign-in up at the all photographs level. So if you want, no matter what gallery somebody goes into, if you always want them giving you their name and their email, you can turn it on right here. I do not recommend that. Personally, I don't have visitor sign-in turned on to my portfolios. Anything that I'm trying, any gallery that I'm trying to use to draw traffic to my site, I don't recommend having visitor sign-in turned on because I don't want a block. I want people coming in, looking at my photos. But when it comes to galleries, client galleries, especially client galleries that are going to get shared, right? So if we're thinking about maybe wedding galleries, sports galleries, different things like that, there's probably going to be people sharing those. And so what I would suggest doing is for those galleries, you can go in and turn visitor sign in on. And so you're just going to go to the gallery. So let's say we want it for this one. You click on the gallery right here, go to access, and then right under here is a little option called visitor sign in. Now we're going to scroll down here and it might say same as containing group. You might need to uncheck that. Uncheck that option. And then what you're going to do is say, yes, display a visitor sign in. Now, I would probably go ahead and uncheck this option. You probably don't want an email every single time somebody signs into your gallery. That's going to annoy you probably. It would annoy me. So we want to turn this option off. But you do want to make sure that this option is checked because that's what's going to collect the information and then add it into your contact list on Zenfolio. Guys, this is a really cool feature. There's lots of videos on it. I'm going to keep showing you the process, but if you haven't played with this yet, definitely go check it out. A video that I would recommend that you check out as well is setting up an automated client follow-up process. It's a video on our YouTube channel. It talks about visitor sign-in a little bit and about our triggered emails feature. Go check it out. Right now is a really good time to learn about triggered emails. But you're going to turn this on and then come down here to the visitor messaging, and you can put in here whatever you want to say. This is the message it's going to show to your clients and your visitors. You can add an additional text down here. And then next is the sign-in fields down here. So you can make it required for them to give you their name. You can make it required for them to give you the email address. If you want to ask for a phone number and additional question, you can. I usually don't do these options, but they're there if you need them. So next, after you do that, you're going to click save. And then whenever they go and visit that gallery, so let me see if I can do it on this one, even though I did it earlier, but let's go to access and we'll go to sharing. We'll copy the direct link and then let's see if it'll do it if I do a new incognito window. It might not do it because I did it earlier, but let's see. Okay, so it did do it. So this is what your client would see right here. And they would put their name and their email address in. And then when they do that, that information gets collected and goes inside of your Zenfolio account. Now, the cool thing is it's stored in here and you can go to contact list and you can actually sort your contact list by the galleries that they signed in through and where their emails were collected. So you can go up here and say, okay, show me only the people who signed in through my client galleries and hit apply. And then only the email addresses that did that visitor sign in through those galleries would show up, or maybe they placed orders or did a client account through those galleries. So you can see it here and then you can select them and email them from here, or you can go to the gallery. So let's say it's been a couple of weeks since this gallery's been live and you want to re-email the people who have signed in, maybe to offer some kind of discount. You can click on that gallery, go to email gallery, then you can say contacts, and you can say, show me the contacts who have signed in through that gallery. So if I go into here and go right here, it's going to show me only the people who have done visitor sign in through that gallery. I can then select their email addresses and email just those people. So it's a really cool feature. There's a lot of things you can do with it, collecting emails, emailing back out to people, running marketing promotions. So make sure that you go in there, you check it out, you learn how it works, and then you start taking it and applying it and using it to market out to your clients. Great question. All right, we have 11 minutes left. Next question. This is from Casper Northern. How can I get photos from Google Photos and Picasa to Zenfolio? So unfortunately, Casper, there's not a tool where you can migrate those. The best thing to do would be to download them to your computer. And then I would do a folder upload. So I would get everything downloaded to your computer first and then organize it in folders on your computer, however you want it to be organized. And then as long as you have the Google Chrome browser, you can grab your main folder, upload it, and Zenfolio will recreate the organizational structure for you. I showed that a little bit earlier on in the live stream, so if you're not sure what I'm talking about, just back up a little bit to towards the beginning, and it will show you how to do that folder upload. All right, great question though. Great question. All right, next question. This is from, oh, where did it go? There we go. From Jessica, what is the easiest way to improve SEO? Must keywords be added individually to the photos, or is there a better way? So, my suggestion for you, Jessica, is to keyword in Lightroom. That's what I like to do. I think it's the easiest possible way to do it is the keyword in Lightroom. And then when you export your photos out of Lightroom, there's a little option. Make sure that you select to have the export include your metadata. I think Lightroom's default, if you have not changed it, is to only include the copyright, and you want to make sure that in that export, it includes all of the metadata. Once you do that, when you upload it into Zenfolio, those keywords will follow the images into Zenfolio. Now, the reason I suggest doing it in Lightroom, if you're a Lightroom user, because then you can start doing things in Lightroom like building smart collections, keeping your photo catalog organized, and you're kind of killing two birds with one stone by keywording the photos, keeping it organized, and using smart collections in Lightroom, and then uploading it to Zenfolio and bringing those keywords in with it. But you can keyword photos in Zenfolio, and you do not have to do it one image at a time. Now, I will tell you that I don't recommend giving all of your images exactly the same 5 or 10 keywords. You want to diversify a little bit, but you can do it in Zenfolio. Now, Jessica, there's a really, really good video tutorial that talks about how to optimize your galleries for search. It's on our YouTube channel. Definitely go check it out. That's going to give you a really good detailed walkthrough of this. But just to show you really quick, if you haven't keyworded your photos, what you're going to do in Zenfolio is you can click on a single image. You can go to details and you can say, okay, let me keyword this as seniors, right? But what if you have multiple photos in there that can get that keyword seniors, and you don't want to have to keyword everything one at a time? You can select all of the images right here, or you can go through and kind of strategically select them. So you could say this photo, and I'm holding command on my keyboard, this photo, this one, and then go to details. And now we would be keywording those 5 photos that we selected at the same time. Now my internet's being a little bit slow. This box should load up in just a second, but then we can keyword those photos at the same time. If you are a spreadsheet type of person, you can actually export the gallery metadata, download it as a CSV file. You can add keywords, change your file name, change the titles, and then re-upload it into Zenfolio, and that will also keyword your photos as well. So again, I don't know why my internet's being so slow, but again, you can do it all, multiple images here. You can do the entire gallery. I would recommend doing it and getting in the habit of doing it in Lightroom, just because it's going to be far more beneficial for you to do it that way. Okay, let me go grab a next question really quick. Brandy says, do you know when or if there will ever be a search function? Great question, Brandy. That is a great question and a great feature request. It's something that we are actually looking into. We're investigating the best way to implement that and seeing how we can get that set up in there for you guys. I don't have any timeline information on that specific feature, but I can tell you that it's something that we are investigating and looking into being able to add and offer you guys. Now, one of the things you can do, I know it's not perfect, but one of the things that you can do is you can use the Command F search. On most browsers will have a Command F search option. And if the text that you're searching for is visible, then your browser will find it. And what I mean by if it's visible, if it's closed up in a group that's not open, then it's probably not going to find that text. But just to show you really quick, if I do Command F on my browser, let me bring this down. It pops up this little search bar, and then you can type in JDHA, or let me see what these file names are. We'll do JH5A. Okay, and it found 12 instances of that, and then I just click this, and let me bring it back up here, and it's going to take me to where it found that text. So if you're looking for a specific image and the text is visible, it will find it. But again, the text has to be visible here. So that's really the best option for now. Again, we are looking into investigating, implementing a backend search. I think it would be a really, really useful image. Okay, next question. Let's see. Pro image, how many emails a day can you send? That's a great question. It really depends. So there are some limitations. It depends on your account level. It also depends on how new your account is. Obviously, we need to have some safeguards in here because we don't want people signing up for Zenfolio accounts using the email feature to spam people, which then hurts all of us by that spam being related to Zenfolio because of people abusing the system. And so there are some safeguards in place. So I can't really answer that specific question, but if you need to know, because I'll need access to your account, if you need to know for your account how many emails you're allowed to send, hit this little chat icon right here. Reach out to our support team and they can definitely help you answer that question because they'll get access to your account and be able to tell you exactly how many emails you can send. Great question though. Guys, and if you have never talked to our support team, if you see this little chat icon down here, click that chat icon. That's our support team. Don't wait till you're frustrated. If you're trying to figure something out, they are hands down the most phenomenal group of people I've ever had the privilege of working with. And I'm not just saying that because they're my colleagues. I know them all personally and they are a wonderful group of people. They are also all either active photographers or have been involved in the photography industry at some time in their career or the art industry at some time in their career. So they have a lot of knowledge. They really know how to use the platform and they love helping you guys and taking care of you guys. So if you've chatted with them, chat with them again today and just let them know how good of a job they do, how much you appreciate them. They love you guys, and give them one of those chat rewards because Zenfolio really does give them the dinners out and all that stuff. So make sure you go in there and give them a chat reward and let them know you appreciate them. All right, we got like 3 minutes left. Let me see if I can grab another question and answer it in 3 minutes. Let's see. Yes, I can answer this question in 3 minutes. Let's take it. All right. Next question, can I use my own domain? 100% absolutely you can. Now, Zenfolio is not a domain registrar, so we do not provide you with domains. However, you can go to a domain registrar and purchase one, such as GoDaddy or Network Solutions, or there's several others. The one I personally use, not a Zenfolio recommendation, the one I personally use is GoDaddy, but you can go purchase a domain or a domain name there. And then what you'll need to do is make some changes in their side, and then you're going to make some changes on your side here in Zenfolio. And so all the instructions for this is actually in your account. You're just going to hover over your name up here in the top right corner, click on account, and then you're going to go down to website on the bottom left, right over here. Click on that. Click on custom domain. And then this is where you can see the instructions right here. So basically what you need to do is you need to set up your domain on the registrar side to have a record that points to 64.62.158.18. And the CNAME needs to point to custom.zenfolio.com. Now don't try and change this. It needs to say exactly custom.zenfolio.com. Once you do that on your registrar side, you're going to come back to this section, say point a custom domain to my Zenfolio pages, put it in here and test it. Now just a heads up, those settings on the registrar side, I think I'm saying that word right, can take up to 24 hours, even up to 48 hours to go into effect. So if you see some issues and it's just been a few minutes since you've changed those settings, make sure that you give it a little bit of time and try again. If you're still having issues, feel free to reach out to the chat team. They would love to help you guys with that. All right. Unfortunately, guys, we are about out of time. I want to say thank you guys so much to everybody who came and hung out with me today. Casper Northern, Herb Wetzel, Jessica, Andrew, let's see, Nick, Photographer 7, Lynn, Pro Image, Forte, Home Phone, Brandy, all of you guys. If I missed your name, no offense, there's a lot of you guys there, and I'm not that great at seeing my monitor. It's actually kind of far away. But hey, thank you guys again so much for hanging out with us today. We really appreciate it. Don't forget, you guys, every single Tuesday at the same time, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time, we do site reviews live as well. So we review 3 Zenfolio websites live. That's on Tuesdays. There's a link when we go live where you can submit your site and possibly have it reviewed that day. So make sure that you come check it out. It's a great place. We have a lot of fun. It's a good place to see what other people are doing with their Zenfolio account, get some good pointers and stuff like that. So make sure you check that out. And then Zenfolio Live happens every week. So make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel. If you're not, come back and hang out with us next week. And until then, you guys, make sure that you are doing something positive for somebody, that you're encouraging other photographers, other people, your followers, your clients, that you're reaching out, that you're seeing if people need help, and that we're all working together to try to get through this hard time and to keep each other lifted up while we're going through it. You guys have a safe weekend, and I'll see you guys again on Tuesday.